there's not much else to me, so. I've already done one presentation, and because the market's changed slightly, my business has had to as well, so it's probably a good time for me to actually share with you what my plans are and what we've had to do recently as well. So just to go through some of the bits that you may already know about me. I've been working in the industry for 14 years. I actually started working for a large independent where I've become the youngest manager within their lettings side of the business. From there, I went on to run an area for a corporate, and at that point I then met with Rahan, who's my business partner at the moment, and we decided to open Century Residential Sales and Lettings. So Century Residential itself has been going for since 2009. We started as a letting agency because that's what I specialise in. From there we've had to develop as the market changed. So in 2014 we had to go into sales. Some of our landlords started to sell, so we had to make a decision whether we just sold their properties or whether we actually reinvested into the business, changed our brand and offer that service properly. So that's what we did. So 2014 we opened up sales. We created two separate sides of the business, sales and lettings, and since then we've been developing. So as of February recently, February of this year, we actually had two offices. We had one in Maidstone, which was the office that we opened first, and we had one in Medway, which was opened 18 months after. We actually made the decision to close Maidstone and actually merge the offices. We moved all of our staff, other than one person, which was the manager, into our Gillingham office because Gillingham's a lot bigger, and Gillingham actually, for us, commanded more income, so it made more sense. The reason that we've done that, I'll go through with you throughout my presentation, but since then, as I say, we've been performing very well. We're still making slight adjustments to what we do as well. So just want to talk to you about what makes us a little bit different from our competition, because in our industry there's a hell of a lot of competition. We are a member of the Guild of Professional Estate Agents. So the Guild of Professional Estate Agents are a membership-based affiliation. So there's one member per town. So in the whole of Gillingham itself, you won't find any other members. And what that means is that we're actually audited on a regular basis. We have access to training that's worth in total about £30,000 per year. And we also have access to legal advice, marketing as well. So although we are an independent company, being part of the guild actually enables us to operate more of a corporate as well, so we get the best of both worlds. We're also a member of the Property Ombudsman, so as an estate agent you can't trade without being part of a redress scheme. So the Property Ombudsman gives our clients the right to actually complain or go to a third party if they're unhappy. It's great for us because anyone that has got that or has got a problem or needs something addressing, it gives us the opportunity to act in the correct way, and also gives them the peace of mind as well, knowing that we are going to deal with their problem. I've talked to you on a regular basis about our rent indemnity. So the actual, this is for landlords. We actually offer a rent guarantee that I believe personally is a lot better than what a lot of our competition offer. So our rent guarantee is my company paying the landlord the rent if the tenant fails to. A lot of our competition actually offer an insurance-based product, and with this insurance, they can't actually instigate a claim until the tenant falls 2 months in arrears. That's 2 full payment in arrears. So that means as a landlord, you could be waiting up to 3 months before you get a payment, which a lot of landlords can't afford at all. So with ours, what we actually do, after 15 days, my company will pay the landlord. So it's a warranty that we offer. And then my company have an insurance as a group that we will make a claim on and reclaim that money. The reason that we're able to offer that is because our practices are watertight, so I know that if I pay that money out to our clients, that we're going to get that back in the long term. So we can afford to make that payment to ensure that we're giving a better service than a lot of our competition. So in my eyes, that's a massive selling point for landlords, and it's a reason why I believe that a lot of them should use us or consider us over our competition. On the sales side, we actually are willing to operate on a no fixed term contract. The reason that we're able or willing to do that is because we want our customers to stay with us because they're happy, not because they've signed committing to advertise with us for 12 to 16 weeks. Estate agency generally hasn't got the greatest reputation, and the reason being we're seen as we want your money and we're not really interested in customer service. That's completely wrong. Our customers that do commit to marketing with us have the right to walk away if they're unhappy, but equally it's our responsibility to make sure they're happy. Whether or not their house sale's taken slightly longer or not is irrelevant. Another selling point and another area in which we're really focusing on is, again, customer service. We've actually signed up and we pay quite a lot of money to a company called Boomerang. So Boomerang are almost like a call centre for us. Because we're an independent company, it's very, very difficult for us to commit to employing lots of people to do the call centre work. So we're working with a company that's quite big within the industry that work with independent agents like ourselves. They actually call all of our clients at 10 different touch points. So a touch point, for example, will be after valuation, after being on the market for 4 weeks, once we've sold your house, once we've exchanged, once we've completed. So there's lots of different stages in which our customer care team will call our clients, and they go through a survey, and that survey gives the client the right to grade us from 1 to 10. And also give us any additional feedback and comments. So my team, my managers, myself included, actually regularly get feedback on how all of my guys are treating our clients. So the benefits, not only do they get, it's almost like mystery shopping, but to actual clients, not only do we get regular feedback, we also get a true reflection of where my business is performing well and where it's not. And a lot of the feedback, for example, speaking to a lot of you in the room and a lot of friends, are that everything goes well up until a sale's agreed, then the service starts falling because the contact goes, and a lot of people are interested in new business. But because this is in place, it actually ensures that we're there regularly to look after the right people, because if we start getting a negative score, it gets picked up immediately, and that's where we can address it in-house and ensure that it, again, gets a lot better, and our clients are a lot happier with our service. So we're not going to profess to be perfect, as Tim said, but at the same time, where we need to make improvements, we will, because it's highlighted at an early stage. So that's something that we work on as well. I want to talk about the challenges because, as I mentioned, I've had to change the way that we're operating, if you like. So the last time I sat up and spoke, the plan was we had 2 offices, wanted to grow to 7 offices, wanted to open land to new homes and so on. But what we've done in February, we've actually merged our offices to 1. The reason that we've done that, there's been a lot of challenges that the government's thrown at us. And a few of them being increased stamp duty. So for anyone buying an additional property whilst keeping their existing property, they will have an additional stamp duty to pay, an additional 3%. So to give you an example, anyone that's buying at 200,000 will now be paying £7,500 in stamp duty as opposed to paying just 1,500. So naturally, that's going to mean that a lot of buy-to-let landlords will probably consider what they look to do, which is something that, as a company, we have to take into consideration. Change to landlord's income tax. I spoke to one of my landlords who owns multiple properties, and he actually went as far as saying that his effective tax rate for every single pound earned will be going from 27% up to 50%. So when you're talking to someone that's got a portfolio of 70 to 100 properties, that's going to make a massive difference to their livelihood. So again, we have to consider what that might do for our landlords as well. So these changes will, in my eyes, mean that a lot of landlords over the next 5 years will start to consider to sell, which is effectively what the government want. The government want people to more first-time buyers. So by bringing more properties on the market, because landlords may start to sell, that will slow the market down slightly, so you'll see less of an increase in property prices. But what that will effectively do to the rental market means that there's a lot less rental properties. So guess what? The rents are going to go up. So if the rents go up, first-time buyers will probably find it even harder to actually move. Sorry, that's a quick 10 minutes, isn't it? So in a nutshell, what we're looking to do is to ensure that our costs are safe, that we can still give a very good service, and that we can be very good at what we do. So that's Jamie from Central Residential. I can talk for England, I'm an estate agent. So.
2 questions, please.
Anybody? Shut you up tonight.
You explain that.